There's a lot of people out there. It's great.
Oh, this is after everyone's worked their way back in.
Sure.
It's nice.
Cool. I need to tell everybody, I literally just found this out like right before I signed on. I'm not going to be able to do this time for meditation anymore. Patty's now like they switched up her schedule. She has to work late on Wednesdays. So I'm going to have to be with my kids. I think that I have to just figure out how to like reconfigure stuff. So I definitely want to continue meditation again at some point in the future with everybody. I just love doing this. Thank you so much for the platform, Rabbi. This was awesome.
Well, we love doing it with you.
Thanks,
So
Mary.
what? Okay, so what I hope. Thanks, Jason, for letting us know. So maybe it's kind of like we're going into the summer, sort of a time to kind of shift things up a little bit. So
Yeah.
what I want to see if we can, I am recording this one, and I have a few recorded before. So what I hope is that we can just kind of create a library enough that people can do it on there. So even again, because meditation, it's nice doing it in a group. It really is about kind of a solitary experience. So so thank you, Jason, for doing that. And we'll regroup and see what we can do maybe later in the summer. So okay.
That's a great idea, Rabbi. And then like, and another thing that maybe we could do moving forward is just record some.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
During the day and just post them on the site of meditations, and I'll come up with new stuff and see what.
Great. Okay. So we can see how that will work. So okay, I will. And Miriam, what we can do, Miriam, for you is help to if we can help you or maybe help David or someone let you manage with YouTube and our channel, so that it might not be live, but you might be able to see some of what we do. You know, of you can just access it.
I enjoy the meditation. I do 3 of them through your synagogue.
Right. Wonderful. Good.
But I may not be there Monday because we're having a speaker.
Right.
He's Jewish. He converted, but he is Black, and he's going to talk about his experience Monday night.
Excellent. Great. Wonderful.
I
Good.
Probably be on Monday night, but I do enjoy being on with.
Good. And we love having you. So okay. All right. Hello, Amy. How are you?
Hello. So far, so good.
Hi, Amy. Right. I was just telling everyone that this is going to be the last week I'm going to be able to do this because my wife, her schedule changed. She's a doctor, and so she's going to be working late on Wednesday, so I have to watch my babies. I got like 6 little kids. So
prioritize.
Right.
It's just such a complicated time now. It's just the 2 of us like managing this situation. So I'm glad I got to do this so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining me every week.
All right, so I will mute everyone, and cool. Jason, feel free to begin.
Okay. Okay, let's just start by closing our eyes and becoming aware of our breathing. When I say become aware of your breathing, what I'm suggesting is that you bring your attention to the process of breathing, the physical aspects, the experience of the breath as it moves through the lips and down your throat into your chest and diaphragm. As you breathe in, feel your chest expand. As you breathe out, feel it contract. Is there a temperature to the air as it moves through your nostrils? Does it take on a particular shape in your mouth? What is the rhythm of your breathing? Is it consistent? Is it changing? How deep are you breathing? You feel it move down into your diaphragm, or does it remain more shallowly in your chest? At this point, there's no need to control the breath, simply watch it. And if and when you do this in relaxed awareness, you will find that the breath slows down and deepens. In our Jewish tradition, the breath is a pathway to contact with God. As depicted in the book of Genesis, when God created man, he did so by breathing the breath of life into the dust. When we concentrate on our breath with conscious awareness, we come in contact with the divine, with Chaya, the life force that invigorates and reinvigorates our physical body with each breath. And in awareness, we connect with the divinity of God as God manifests creation that we are a part of in each and every moment, giving us life through the breath. In Hebrew, the word for breath is Neshama. Neshama contains the same root as the word for the rational or divine part of the soul, Neshama. In this way, both soul and breath are directly related. As God breathed the breath of life into man, he gave him the soul. And with Neshama comes the ability to choose righteousness in our activity and our thoughts, in our behavior. Neshama is said to be the divine aspect of the soul, the direction that we can turn towards in each moment to elevate this earthly existence towards the divine, becoming partners with God in healing the world, tikkun olam. By recognizing our spiritual basis, by concentrating consciously on the breath, we realize that we can bring righteousness into the world through our free will, through our choices. In Kabbalah, the aspect of the human soul that makes choices is referred to as ruach. It is spirit and wind. Wind is experienced within the body through the movement of the breath. It is breath in motion. And it is from this point that Neshama can become Neshama when we use our free will to choose to elevate the divine sparks that exist within every aspect of God's creation. This we're doing now. Neshama is turned towards meditation and in waking life, and away from another aspect of the soul, Nephesh, the so-called animalistic aspect of the soul. The purpose of Nephesh is to maintain the life of the physical organism. It is the unconscious or automatic aspects of our physicality that are also placed into man through the Creator. Nephesh is so often automatic and not conscious. It pumps the blood, it allows the breath to circulate without our awareness. But through Ruach, wind, spirit, we can make that which was unconscious or automatic conscious. And in doing so, we can choose contact with Neshama and behave righteously according to God's plan. Next, what I'd like you to do is, with your eyes closed, to look out into the darkness of your own eyelids. What is it that you see? Most likely you see a dark blank screen, the flickering of some light dancing upon it. This image, this darkness, is representative of uncreated reality before the first day when God created light. It is said in Genesis that prior to creation, there was darkness and ruach, or wind, or spirit, moving subtly through this darkness above deep waters. When we look out into the darkness of our closed eyes, we can see a representation of reality not yet created. And in doing so, we can again recognize our partnership with God, the creator of the world, to bring goodness, compassion, wisdom, and justice into creation through our deeds. When we look out into the darkness in meditation and are conscious of seeing, elevating a previously automatic process of Nephesh to Neshama, we also gain a greater capacity to select and choose our thoughts. While we cannot always select each and every thought, we do have the capacity to respond to our thoughts. And in doing so, elevate both our internal and external behavior to something that is righteous. If we find ourselves becoming selfish, irrational, or unnecessarily emotional, we can respond to those thoughts with thoughts that are rational, calming, and helpful for ourselves and those around us. Next, what I'd like you to do is to become aware of a pressure point in the middle of your forehead. It's an inch or so above the brow of your nose. If it helps, you can touch this spot. If not, simply become aware of it. This point is sometimes referred to as keter, the crown, in Kabbalah. From this point, what I'd like you to do is to begin to draw a line down. First over your brow, then over your nose, down over your lips and chin, Then scan downward over your neck, down your chest, to your diaphragm and abdomen, and down to your seat. Recognize that this line separates left from right and creates symmetry within the physical organism that is your body, the vehicle of your soul. When we are aware of this center line, we literally become centered. In being centered, we can select our movements and choose how to respond to the environment around us. We again make something that was previously automatic or unconscious, conscious and rational. We can feel stable in our centeredness and elicit greater control over ourselves and the world. With this center line in mind, next what I'd like you to do is to become aware of your feet on the ground or your base in contact with the earth beneath you, Ha'adamah, the earth. By being aware of the contact points between our physical body and God's creation, the land, Ha'eretz, we become grounded, literally. In being grounded, we recognize that almost all the time there is a stable and consistent foundation beneath us that is manifested and remanifested by God in each and every moment. Contact with the ground helps us to move away from rapid and automatic thoughts that oftentimes swirl within the mind. And we can ground them onto and into the earth that is God's creation, creating stability and self-assurance within the physical plane through contact and awareness of Ha'eretz, the land that God has created for us. Next, what I'd like you to do is to return to the top of your head. Now what I'd like us to do is to scan downward from head to feet. This motion from top to bottom, up to down, represents the joining of heaven and earth in the world to come during the Messianic age. When we scan downward consciously, releasing tension within the body, we represent this coming age, an age of peace, as we release tension from our body down into the earth. So let's begin at the top of our head. Recognize any feelings of tension that exist in your forehead, and simply allow them to dissipate. Allow them to relax and fall down towards your feet and into the ground. Next, notice any feeling of tension within your brow. Allow it too to relax. In your cheekbones, your lips and jaw. Allow any tension to simply dissipate and fall downward as if it's getting very heavy in your body. Next, allow your shoulders to grow heavy, allowing any tension to dissipate downward. Feel that same tension drift off in your chest, your diaphragm, and your abdomen. And feel your weight pushing down on the seat beneath you. Feeling your entire body relax from your seat upward. Continue to scan downward over your knees, your calves, your ankles. Relax any tension in your feet. Allow it all to simply be pulled down towards Ha'adamah, the earth, under the force of gravity. In this state of conscious relaxation, we recognize that subtly all of creation is being pulled downward to the earth. When we can become aware of this consciously, we can physically experience a representation of the world to come, heaven moving down to earth. This can be returned to in each and every moment. In meditation, or simply through conscious awareness during our everyday lives. In this relaxed state, as we've looked inward, what I'd like you to do now is to listen, to hear, Shema. What is it that you hear around you? Well, there's the sound of my voice. If you're in front of your computer, likely there is some electrical humming. If you're outside, perhaps there's the rustle of ruach, the wind, or the crashing of the waves in the sea. What I want you to notice is that beneath it all is a single frequency, a vibration that is pronounced by meditators sometimes as all. It is said that God spoke the world into creation. And when we hear frequencies, vibration. It is through the realization of the world being spoke into creation moment after moment that we come to recognize that Genesis, the creation of the world, is ongoing, and that we can be partners with God to use our free will to help creation move in the direction of righteousness, wisdom, compassion, justice. That is God's plan. Now, what I'd like you to do is to listen to our holiest prayer, the Shema, in this state of relaxed, grounded, centered awareness while looking inward. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod, Malchuto Leolam Ba'ed. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Blessed is his glorious kingdom, forever and ever. Amen. Now, as we conclude this meditation, what I'd like you to do is, with consciousness of your feet on the ground, the center line in the body that separates left from right, the experience of the breath, I'd like you to look out into the darkness that represents reality just before creation. And what I'd like you to do is to let there be light. First, opening your eyes just a crack, allowing a little bit of light in. Then open them halfway as if you're first waking up. And when you're ready, open them fully and look around at God's magnificent creation. The gift of meditation is that we get an opportunity to recalibrate, to reset. And in emerging from meditation, we can see the world anew, fresh, for perhaps a moment. This is the gift that our Creator endows within each and every one of us. The opportunity to experience creation, created and recreated in each and every moment. Toda, thank you.
Jason, thank you. And
Thank you,
just-
Jason. We're going to
really-
miss you.
really appreciate this gift you've given us over the last couple of months. We look forward to regrouping and recalibrating. But again, if you came in late, Jason's schedule has changed, so he's not going to be able to do this meditation right now. But we're going to work on getting things together, kind of grouped on our on YouTube, and maybe even find some opportunities out there. So thank you, Jason.
Thanks very much, Jason.
Thank
All right,
you.
Thank you. It's Stephanie. Enjoy the beach.
I will.
All
right.
I promise not to come on in my bathing suit anymore.
Take care, everyone. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.